It is time for me to team up with my son Sheldon, and Bubble Bass. So you know what I'm going to do is? I'm going to grab the other villains, so that way we could finally team up together in order to destroy that sponge dork for what he did to my son Sheldon. After all that time ago in episode 1 of the My Little Sponge on the Run series. Alright, time to call them. Man, I can't believe about what just happened in the last episode. I know, right? Now Professor Gordon Plankton is another villain in our series for trying to go after you because of what you did to Plankton? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know, Patrick, but hey, at least we're gonna do everything we can to take out Plankton and Professor Gordon Plankton and Bubble Bass. Oh yeah, those stupid villains. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Squidward. I needed that. No problem, SpongeBob. I mean, what are friends for, right? Meow. Yeah, and if that happens, we'll be more than ready to take out Plankton and Professor Gordon Plankton and Bubble Bass. In case they try to do something shady to us. Yeah, like, for example, Sheldon Plankton tried to steal the formula. One time. And now Bubble Bass is after SpongeBob because of what he did to Plankton. And now Professor Gordon Plankton is after SpongeBob as well. Oh. Yeah, I know, right? And but guys, we'll obviously do everything we can to take out Plankton and Bubble Bass and Professor Gordon Plankton. Yeah, because I don't know what we'd do if we weren't prepared to take those 3 idiotic villains out. Oh, don't worry. We always do. Oh. But hey, at least I kicked out Gordon Plankton in the last episode. Yeah, well, I'm glad you did, Sandy, because I don't know what I'd do if Professor Gordon Plankton took me and stuff. Yeah, I know. All right. Oh, hey guys, didn't you hear about what's been going on in the Seaside Ocean City News Wikipedia page lately? No, what about it, Sandy? Well, it says here that in the Seaside Ocean City News Wikipedia page, it says here that Jared finally made his first ever video in his new phone. What? Oh my gosh, now that's awesome. Yeah, where it has 4 lenses and stuff, and and I kind of feel bad for Jared. Yeah. Oh yeah, because of the way he couldn't go to his Instagram account because of something logging him because of this one sort of thing who doesn't let Jared and go into Instagram, into his Instagram account or something? Yeah, that really sucks. Yeah, I know. Oh. I just hope we could I really hope we can cheer up Jared one day. Yeah, because he is Brony Sonic I-4 Senpai's idol after all. Yeah, I know. Oh. But don't worry. At least he'll be cheered up as later on in the future, and that's what matters. Well, that's for sure, Mr. Krabs. Well, anyways, guys, me and Gary are gonna go outside for a walk today. Alright, see ya, SpongeBob! See ya, guys. Alright, guys, well, it's about time for us to wait until SpongeBob comes back. Alright, Patrick. Alright, everybody, is everybody here? Oh, yeah? Yeah, we're all here, alright. Yep, we're all here. Yeah, definitely. Yep, we're all here. Yep. Yes, we are. Okay, so the reason why we're all here, it's because we are out on a field trip to team up with each other to go after that sponge dork for what he did to Plankton after all that time ago in episode 1 of the My Little Sponge on the Run series. Yeah, you said it, Professor. I was a huge fan of your son's work. Back in my day. Back at my old days, I used to be a huge fan of your son's work. Until I've heard about all the things that the sponge dork and his idiotic friends did to your son, Professor. So that's why I, Bubble Bass, wanted to get my revenge on that sponge dork for what he did to Plankton since then. I know, right? What kind of a sponge dork is he to just put his palmy little hands on my son? Yeah, and I was just doing my job. I know you were, son. You were this, and then you were like this close to getting the formula. So that's why we are all gonna team up to go after that sponge dork and his idiotic friends. Agreed, Father. Alright then, now with all that being said, main ringmasters of each villain crew from this series, to be more specific, are coming with me. What? Why not all of us? It's because the rest of us were already going to be on the lookout or something. So that's why. This is going to be good, Father. Indeed it is, son. And now with all that being said, main ringmasters of each villain crew, come with me. Ho ho ho, this is going to be good. Bye bye, Sponge Dork and friends. Sponge Dork, you may have been on your break for now, but this time you're not going to be so lucky. In fact, I'm on my way to get my revenge on you right now, you Sponge Dork. Goodbye, boss. Goodbye, Plankton, and goodbye, Professor Gordon. Well, guys, It's about time for us to wait until Professor Gordon and Professor Gordon in Plankton and our boss to come back, alright? Alright, Sonic. Sure has been a while since we walked over here, huh, Gary? Yeah, I know. It's just that, every single time I try to... I try to have my... Every single time me and you try to hang out with our friends and stuff, it always goes wrong, like either Plankton, Bubble Bass, or Professor Gordon Plankton ruins everything by getting in our way. For trying to go after me and the formula put all together. Yeah, I know. Yes, I know. I can't stand these dang villains either. Well, Gary, I'm afraid it's about time for me to really find out about what's gonna make me feel better. Meow? Yeah, I know. But the only way to cheer me up for now is to go see Sonic, okay? Meow. Alright. We're coming. Meanwhile, at Sonic's place... Welp, here we are. Sonic's place. Alright then. I guess it's about time for me to go knock. Or doorbell. Which... depending on which one you prefer. Doesn't matter. Ding dong! Come on! Oh, hey, SpongeBob and Gary. What are you doing out here? Well, I was gonna go outside for a walk until I figured that it's about time for me to go visit you. About time for me to go visit you at your place. Eat and stuff. Oh, well that's awesome, SpongeBob. Let me guess. It's because you were trying to take a break from those dang villains you seek before you? Yeah. Most likely for me to... Yeah. But it was most likely for me to take a break from Plankton, Bubble Bass, and Professor Gordon Plankton. Oh my gosh. Those dang villains? Why... Yeah, I know, right? I had to deal with that same thing too. Whenever I had to deal with Master Robotnik Nega, Mephiles, EXE Monster, and Professor Gerald Robotnik. Oh, yeah. I know exactly how you feel, Sonic. Yeah, I know. So that's why the other version of me also had to deal with those stupid villains as well, like Eggman, like this guy named Dr. Eggman, Metal Sonic, Mecha Godzilla, Mr. Bubbles, the Duplon, the T-Sonic, Inc., the Frieza, and Goku. Ooh. Oh, holy cow, that is a lot of villains. I know, right? Ugh. Well, anyways, at least we saved the day by taking out our perspective villains, and then that's what matters. Yep. Well, that's for sure, SpongeBob. Sure does. Yeah, and, someone help us! Wait, what's going on in here? And, oh no. 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 SpongeBob, what's wrong? And, oh my gosh! Is that Plankton? And what's he doing to your friends? Oh no! Oh, what am I gonna do now? Oh, don't worry, SpongeBob. I'm just gonna have to help you out on this one. Wait, really? Yeah. I helped Luna save the day by rescuing Sailor Moon from Shadow Lily, and now it's my turn to help you, SpongeBob. Alright, Sonic. Huh, man. I wonder what's taking them so long. I wonder what's taking Plankton, Professor Gordon, and our boss so long. I don't know, Sonic, but all I know so far is that they're doing everything they can to kidnap that Sponge Dorks' idiotic friends. Yeah, but don't worry, they'll be back eventually. Yeah, and, well, look what the cat dropped in. Look at what the cat just dropped in. We did it. We did it, Dad. We did it. We finally kidnapped that Sponge Dorks' friends. Yes, we sure have indeed, my son. We sure have. What in the Plankton and Professor Gordon and Bubble Bass? What are you three doing here teaming up like this? Yep, you got that right, you stupid Sponge Dorks' friends. We have finally teamed up all together to kidnap you. You pathetic friends of that Sponge Dork. Oh my gosh, what are you gonna do to us? Simple. All we're gonna do is drop all of the poison liquid right upon you all, so that way you won't have to deal with existing ever again. What? You really are a monster. You will not do that. Oh, yes, we are. And I can't believe this is happening, you guys. Yeah, for sure, my son. Us villains from the My Little Sponge of the Run series has officially teamed up. Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh. This is getting way stupider than I thought. Yeah, I know, right? all three of our arch nemesis are together? This is really stupid. Ed, zip your gosh dang mouth about my dad. My dad can do whatever he wants, and that's final. Oh, thank you, my dear son Plankton. And yes, I can do whatever I want. And so can you, my dear son. Thank you, Dad. And no problem, son. Yeah. So, yeah, you heard what Plankton and his dad, Professor Gordon, said. And they can do what we can do whatever we want, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. That's right. Yeah, and together we're finally gonna tame all of those pathetic little friends of that sponge stork down into not existing anymore. Oh yeah. So prepare to die. So prepare to die. You wretched little loser friends of that sponge stork. No! You dang villains! Oh my gosh! Not this again! What? Are you kidding me? Ugh. Ha! Wait, what in the... Ha! Plankton, Professor Gordon, and Bubble Bass, let go of my friends right now! Oh no, it's that sponge dork and his idiot, it's that stupid little sponge dork again! Ugh! That's right, you dang villains. Let go of my friends right now so they can head on back home with me, or else you will go and get the horns. Meow, meow. For you and what army, you sponge dork? Simple. Now wait right here and, Huh? Plankton, Professor Gordon, and Bubble Bass. What in the... You dang villains have crossed the line for even more eternity now. Well, if it isn't the stupid little sorry excuse of a hedgehog from the My Cute Little Shooting Star Sonic the Hedgehog series. Oh, look, it's the pathetic little sorry excuse of a phony of me again. Yeah, you could say that against Sonic. And look at him. He even looks like a small puny little blue-haired phony of you. Do not call me that. In fact, if you call me that one more time, I will literally transform into my super form to destroy you. Yeah, Plankton, Professor Gordon, and Bubble Bass. You better let go of my friends right now, or you're gonna go and get the horns. Last chance, you three. No way! Because we have not had it with you for what you did to my son Plankton. Yeah. And then we were the ones who wanted to have that formula too. Alright then, you asked for it. Sonic? Oh, that is it. With pleasure. Well, it's about time for us to scoot on back, Gary. Meow, meow. Wait, what? No! Come back, you sponge dork! Last chance, you dang villains. Let go of SpongeBob's his friends right now, or you're gonna get the horns. How about no? Because we about had it with that sponge dork for what he did to my son. Son Plankton. Yeah. So how about you just shut up and get out of here, you stupid hedgehog? Alright then. You asked for it. Supersonic Sparkle Super Punch! Wait, what? Oh! Now listen up, you three. If you ever come near SpongeBob and his friends again, I will literally make you disappear. Do you understand that loud and clear? No. Supersonic Sparkle Super Punch! Wait, what? Oh no! Oh, sorry, I meant. I'll get you back for this, or else it's the last thing we do. Sonic, you did it. You actually took out these dang villains. And you saved my friends' lives. Hey, it's what I do. Well, anyways, I'm afraid it's about time. Well, anyways, I believe it's about time for us to go untie your friends, okay, SpongeBob? Alright, Sonic. Oh my gosh! SpongeBob, you did it! You actually took out Plankton, Professor Gordon, and Bubble Bass! Yeah, and you saved us! Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But I had a little... But I didn't do this alone. I actually had a little help from Sonic over here. Oh, that's awesome! Well, anyways, I'm just glad that you have finally saved us all by teaming up with Sonic to take out Plankton, Professor Gordon, and Bubble Bass. Yeah, because no one should ever try to poison the living daylights out of us. Yeah, those jerks are monsters. Yeah, but at least you saved us, SpongeBob and Sonic, and that's what matters. Well, that's for sure. Well, anyways, I better head on back home because my friends are really worried about me. So, goodbye, SpongeBob and friends. And goodbye, Sonic. And hey, congrats on getting me to help you rescue your friends, SpongeBob. Agreed. Alright then, I better get going now. Bye. Bye, Sonic. Well, anyways, guys, it's about time for us to head on back home before before those dang villains come back. Alright, SpongeBob. Huh, man. I can't believe about what Professor Gordon did. I know, right? Where he teamed up with all of the other villains from the My Little Sponge on the Run series to kidnap all of us? What the heck is wrong with him? Yeah, what kind of a monster is he to just do that? And try to poison the living daylights out of all of us? Oh my gosh. Yeah, those jerks, I swear. They're really driving me nuts. They are really driving me nuts. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, right? When are they ever gonna stop? When are they ever gonna stop going after us all the time? I don't know, Dad. If I had to guess, probably never. Of course, because I never gave up. You know that. Yeah, I know. But hey, at least SpongeBob has finally saved us all by teaming up with the My Cute Little Shooting Stars' version of Sonic. By teaming up with the My Cute Little Shooting Stars' version of Sonic to take down Plankton, Professor Gordon, and Bubble Bass. And then that's what matters. I mean, Bubble Bass, and then that's what matters. Well, that's for sure, Pearl. Well, anyways, it's about time for us to figure out what we're going to do in the meantime. Now that me and Sonic have finally taken out those villains. Alright, SpongeBob. How? Every time we team up with all the other villains for it, so it just doesn't work. We were so close on this one. Oh, yeah, I know, Planky Poo. But, we were so close on this one. Well, this sucks. Why do we keep on losing? We're getting tired of this. Yeah, I know, Doodle Bob, but I'm sure we'll think about something. Ing? Well, we better come up with a plan right now because if we don't, otherwise we're useless. Hey, no, son. Don't ever say that you're useless. You are not. The son I know never gives up. He always gets right back up for more and keeps on going after that Sponge Dork and his friends and the formula, no matter what. So just try to relax, and then, just then, you'll never ever have to give up again. Well, Dad, you're right. Thank you. I don't know what I'd do without you, Dad. That's right, son. And besides that, we never give up, and we never ever will, my dear son. Thank you, Dad. Anytime. You hear that, Sponge Dork and friends? You may have one for now. Sponge Dork and friends, you may have one for now. But when we're back, you won't be so lucky next time. In fact, whenever we finally get our hands on you, we will finally get rid of you and your worthless loser friends. And then, just then, we'll finally open up the restaurant. Finally open up our own restaurant, or else it's the last thing we do. So just you wait, because we're coming for you, Sponge Dorkin friends. Well, anyway, son, it's about time for us to figure out our next plan in the meantime. Oh, alright, Dad. As you wish, Dad. Alright, guys. Well, it's about time for us to figure out what we're going to do in the meantime. Now that we defeated those dang villains. Alright, SpongeBob. It looks like Professor Gordon was back to his schemes, except this time, he finally kidnaps... He actually kidnaps Patrick, Squidward, Sandy, Mr. Krabs, and Pearl for trying to poison the living daylights out of them. What the heck is wrong with him? But then, of course, whenever SpongeBob and Gary were trying to go outside for a walk, they stumbled across Sonic's place. So then all of a sudden, when SpongeBob and Sonic heard about this panic, they went on over to Professor Gordon's lair to go rescue SpongeBob's friends. But when Sonic and SpongeBob got here, Professor Gordon has finally revealed his true colors by teaming up with all three of the My Little Sponge on the Run series villains. And then those are Professor Gordon, and Plankton, and Bubble Bass. That's right. So for now, all three of my villains from the My Little Sponge on the Run series have finally teamed up all together to poison the living daylights out of Patrick, Squidward, Sandy, Mr. Krabs, and Pearl. But then, of course, Sonic and SpongeBob has finally saved the day by taking out Plankton and Professor Gordon and Bubble Bass. Yes. So now SpongeBob and his friends are finally safe back home. Well, anyways, so will Professor Gordon and Plankton finally team up with all three of the My Little Sponge on the Run series villains again? Or will, of course, SpongeBob and his friends will always save the day by preventing Professor Gordon and teaming up with his son Plankton and Bubble Bass? So that way they won't have to deal with going after SpongeBob and his friends ever again? Stay tuned for more of the My Little Sponge on the Run series episodes. Sayonara, Mina Sensei!